You worthless POS! You need to get up now! I swear to God, I can't believe you do this to yourself. What I do? You're too lazy, you're useless, you don't do nothing. I don't care. You gotta get up and do something right now, or else I'm gonna be in your head all the time.
Come on. Come on. Need to be inside. Get on my throat! Okay, fine, never mind. Hello, humanity and everything wrong with it. I got a very interesting plan out for us today. We gonna be making a devlog. Yeah, I'm gonna make a game. So I'm making a horror game right now. Not right now, again. I'm planning on making a horror game. And I'm gonna make a devlog of it. I know it's not gonna get much attention, but who cares? I'm gonna document it anyway, because it's my journey and my progress, and who gives a damn? Was one of the things I listed out here. It's empty right now for a reason, I promise. We're gonna write stuff out here. Now, I'm gonna set a planner. I got my marker and my board. We gonna categorize this stuff in weeks. This week 1 gonna be writing and design. I'm gonna start writing my game. I already have some concepts set out. I had some drawings, some code as well, and I tested it out in Unity. I'm gonna quote some random person on Twitter that said, "Make it exist first and perfect it later." I have made it exist. Now I'm gonna perfect it. Week 2 is more design and assets. Week 3 is gonna be Week 3 is gonna be environment design. So that's gonna be week 3. And week 4 is when the good stuff comes. Yeah. Week 4 will be coding. I'm not saying I'm gonna finish this in 4 weeks, but I'm gonna try. Chances are I'm not gonna be able to finish this on time. But anyway, let's try to be optimistic. No, this will not end in 4 weeks. Probably longer. Week 5 is gonna be coding. Week 6 is gonna be coding. Maybe even week 7. Until week 12. Lord knows. Well, this week, we're gonna start with the writing and design. We're gonna write our story, and we're gonna have UI design and some other cool stuff as well. Yippee!
What the fuck? PC and battery አለቀ. My tablet still has some battery to go, so let's see how this goes. Okay. It's been 2 weeks, and I've done diddly squat. Remember this whiteboard that I wrote where I had my plans and stuff? Well, freaking useless is what it is. I did not catch up to schedule. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I didn't do anything. I did some things, just not according to the whiteboard. We shall now shame the whiteboard, because now it's the biggest mistake I've made is planning my work. You can't plan, my friends. You just do it. Especially if you're new to this kind of stuff. So, shame on you. Shame on you for not helping me progress. Get dunked. So, the entire plan's changed. I'll show you what I've done so far, though. I gotta clean this up. Hold up.
Hold on. There we go.
You can't leave a mess. So let's talk about the stuff I made so far. Okay, to start with, I wrote some stuff, a basic summary of how my game works, the mechanics, what I'm gonna be using. Some of the characters are fleshed out. Right now I'm just making a demo, a pre-alpha version of the game. So there'll be like 3 or 4 characters. That's even, but we also have slight story. I really suck at writing, by the way. I know people are gonna ask, Lemon ChatGPT ChatGPT is the solution to everything wrong with your life. I'm like, no. I've already promised myself. I hate in the game Sarah. Absolutely no ChatGPT. Barasi no Sarah hullum nagar. So that's all the writing I have done. Basically how the story goes. I don't have a proper story written out at the moment, because I don't know what I'm supposed to tell in this thing. But I have some game mechanics set up so that we have that to work with. Another thing, I also designed the UI of how the game's gonna look. The main menu, some parts of the some interactive parts. I also did some concept art and maybe some sketches here and there, basically to help me understand what kind of designs I'm working on, what art style is gonna look like, and that's pretty much it. From here on forth, I'm gonna focus more on doing the dev stuff, like setting up the environment, programming, dialogue, and stuff. And Lord knows how this video is gonna work out. I have footage that's not compatible enough to be a devlog. Half the time I'm just being comedic, not making an actual game. Okay, update. We've made some progress this time, actually. So, for the past few days I've been struggling with programming, which is ironic. I study computer science and I don't even know how to code. I've been getting this error on my console every time I try to play the game, which was a null reference error, and I just, like, whenever I try to do something, it just didn't fix it, or it made it worse. It just, like, straight up put Unity into safe mode because of my error. I tried to fix it via reading documents and stuff. By the way, since this is like a fully non-AI made game, I can't ask ChatGPT for this error. So I had to resort to the old ways, looking at Stack Overflow. When I couldn't find the solution, I just straight up went to my Discord server, the Starving Coffee Club. You definitely should check it out, link in description. And my fellow club members basically told me what the error was. It was a stupid error. Yeah, you should check out more of Starving Coffee Club stuff. We do animations, art, and game development there, and we talk a lot of fun stuff. We also share some job listings we found and everything, so if you're interested, feel free to check it out, link in the description below. So, I've been working on Unity. I made somewhat of a demonstration or prototype, just a rough layout of how the game's gonna look and work. So the game is called Milo. It involves a cat trying to save humanity by going into a clinic and killing a bunch of people. That's it. That's how my game works. Yep, the game takes place in a clinic. That's where the cat has to figure out what is going on underneath the entire facility, basically. Of course, the cat's not alone. She's accompanied by her owner, who's an intern working as a researcher in that clinic, studying basically psychology and stuff. And he basically took her there because why not? We love cats, don't we? Anyways, it involves the cat trying to survive, basically being attacked by weird cryptic monsters, trying to progress through the game by changing people's characteristics, I guess, is the best way to explain what happens. So that's pretty much it. Yeah. Is there a story to this? Maybe. So yeah, this will be the part 1 for my game. This is how it's gonna look. Part 2 is gonna involve more environment art and basically expanding more on the whole game mechanics stuff. I tried to add the game mechanics here, but apparently SQLite wasn't working for me. They have this database browser for SQLite, but their website just broke down when I tried to download it. So that will be for the next vid. I hope you enjoyed the journey of me trying to make a game. And yeah, so have a good evening. Take care of yourself. Farewell.